This week and the next week are devoted to metaphysical and epistemological considerations. What does this mean? What is metaphysics? From other philosophy classes, you may know that by metaphysics we mean the study of the nature of things. So, for example, if physics studies the nature of time and tries to measure time, metaphysics examines more closely what is time, and tries to collaborate with physics in understanding the deeper nature of things. Some other times you may find it as ontology. What are these things? What is the deep nature of these things? And why are we trying to ask these questions? What are we trying to get out of this discussion? For one, as you may have realized already, the future is very difficult to predict and to imagine. And as a result, we may just find ourselves very confused about what directions we should consider as more plausible and how to start these speculations. And so these 2 weeks are meant to help us navigate through a really vast number of questions, starting from this paper on the singularity by David Chalmers, who you may have heard of before, a philosopher of mind, very famous for his contributions to consciousness. What is a singularity? It is this point in the future where machines become more intelligent than humans. Which machines? We don't really know what's the kind of architecture that would lead there. However, at the moment, there are some voices suggesting that the language models available, like GPT-4, their architecture, the transformer architecture, could eventually lead to very powerful systems that would surpass human intelligence. So, what happens when machines become more intelligent than humans? There's an intelligence explosion, as we call it, or a technological singularity. And this is a pretty old term from the 1965 article. And it tries to capture, again, in a very speculative manner, the surpassing of human intelligence by machines. Okay, what does this mean? Let's try to break it down. A machine is more intelligent than humans will mean that it could design machines that are more intelligent than the most intelligent machines that humans can design. So what happens here? Humans design a machine, and then the machine is so capable that it could design other machines, and these machines could design other machines, and so on and so forth. And that's what the explosion entails, right? It goes to a point where more and more powerful systems are able to develop even more powerful systems. And then we struggle to keep track of these explosion of intelligence here. So what is the argument more precisely for how this process of more and more intelligent systems will get us to a technological singularity? You see what Chalmers says here. Here is the argument. There will be AI plus. By AI plus, Chalmers means AI, but even better, can design more capable systems. If there is AI plus, there will be AI plus plus, even more, increasing degree of intelligence. Therefore, there will be AI plus plus. And this is the conclusion, that there will be superintelligence. That's the conclusion here. That if these premises are possible, or we accept these premises, we get this conclusion, there will be superintelligence. Now, these are assumptions. So the first assumption is that there is such a thing as intelligence, and it can be compared between systems. So there is this thing, there is AI plus, and there is AI plus plus. And this is something that we assume here. And Chalmers says, well, someone could question that, but we are taking this as our working hypothesis. So how does he refine the argument a little bit more here? There will be AI. If there is AI, there will be AI plus soon after, probably. If there is AI plus, there will be AI plus plus, superintelligence, soon after. I'm not really sure how you interpret the soon here. Soon might mean anything between hours to weeks to months to a few years. Of course, if there's nothing going against the production of the systems, therefore there will be AI plus plus, and it won't take that long. This is, again, the structure of the argument for an intelligence explosion. Before long might mean within centuries. That's something I want to flag. It's not necessarily something that is short in the human sense of short. Of course, timelines, which means how long it takes to develop powerful systems and how long it takes from one powerful system to get to another, is a highly debated topic among AI experts. Why can we get powerful AI? So when Chalmers says AI here, he means really powerful systems. And this paper here was written before the transformer architecture. That means before the models that can successfully output text in English, the models that you can just use, the chatbots like ChatGPT, or the diffusion models that generate images. So this is a slightly old paper, and it, by AI here, we just mean powerful systems that can do a lot of stuff, that work, essentially. What is the bottleneck in general for maybe human level AI, you could say here? The algorithms. We have the hardware, the kind of hardware that would support intelligent behavior does not seem to be a bottleneck, does not seem to be a problem. The problem is, how do you find the right algorithms? And Chalmers says no one has come close to finding them yet. But like I said, right now with large language models, we might be much closer to finding these systems, these right algorithms. You saw next to the premises of the argument and the conclusion that there will be superintelligence, as for defeaters, the defeaters, what would be something that would be adversarial to the development of these models? For example, some kind of other disasters might take place that would prevent humanity from getting to that point. Some kind of nuclear war could happen, and there's no significant technological development, and civilization has to bootstrap itself back to the level that it is now. And so this would cause a delay to the technological singularity. But in the absence of any catastrophic events, we could be heading towards a technological singularity. Okay, so you can continue reading this paper. Explains a lot more about what is this possibility of the singularity. And I would especially want you to try to reflect on these arguments and try to see how do they come to match with your understanding of where AI technology is right now. And if you'd like, make some notes about this and try to see what you think, because this is an older paper, but the ideas that it presents are still very, very much relevant. This is not outdated. It just doesn't take into account that we have the transformer architecture that's a very successful architecture. So think a little bit more about how far we might be from the singularity, from your understanding of where the AI technology is at the moment.